I used to be one of those guys who would always watch videos on morning routine, and I would pretty much change up my routine depending on every video I watched. I would try, even meditating 40 minutes in the morning. Yeah, 40 minutes. I mean, I genuinely thought of becoming a monk, but then I eventually decided that, YouTube kind of pays more for a career. But yeah, I thought of meditating in the morning, freaking reading in the morning, intermittent fasting on one end, and then eating first thing you wake up, working out in the morning. I tried tons of different things basically. But over the past 4 months, I have found the perfect morning routine, and more than the routine, I think there's a specific method that I have implemented that I think can be really useful for you and important for you when you create your own morning routine. Look at this morning routine. What do you think of it? I'm waiting for a reply.
700,000 hours later.
Okay, since your, dopamine fried brain can't even think of the answer, I'm gonna tell you what it is. And it's basically, if you notice, my hardest tasks are in the beginning of the day, and as the time goes on throughout the day, every task demands lesser and lesser effort. This is a method that I have generally observed every successful person across social media that I've been hearing and watching talk about how they do the hardest things first thing, and the rest of the world actually does the complete opposite. We always tend to push off the hardest things towards the latter end of the day. Oh, I'll do it later, I'm tired now, I'll do it later. The successful ones do the exact opposite. While keeping this in mind, I genuinely think, I keep saying genuinely, bro. While keeping that method that I spoke of in mind, there are two key steps that you must include in your morning routine. And one is getting sunlight. And I'm not saying sunlight, oh, because everyone says it, because I probably copied from someone else. No, it's weird, but last year, I feel like a major reason why I was so dull, just dull. I was depressed, I was sad, that's one thing, but my whole atmosphere in my own mind was so dull. But ever since I started including sunlight in my day, that's almost changed. It's almost like you get a boost when you wake up first thing. It wakes you up. What I do is I usually go for a 10-minute walk outside before I go for my weightlifting session, and that's enough. Most of us, pretty much live in the room in the entire day, being on our freaking phones and laptops every time. I mean, I can't lie, literally even I do that. But I make sure to get in some sunlight, and I would recommend you get it before 10 a.m. because after 10 a.m., take it as this, over after 10 a.m., the sun is like the bad sun, and before that is kind of like the good sun, the good light. And I mean, most of you don't even wake up by then, but look, if you want to actually make this morning routine work for you, you have to wake up by 10 a.m., okay? And the next step is the actual sleep in itself. Everyone says, oh, I wake up at 5 a.m. The Rock says, I wake up at 4 a.m. because I don't have time to breathe. They all say this to grab attention, but the honest truth is you need a proper amount of sleep, and it's not about when you wake up. It really isn't. A lot of people struggle to wake up at, early times like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. The reason is not because, oh, that's so early. It's because the amount of sleep behind that time isn't enough for them. I wake up usually at 6. The truth is, there's nothing special about waking 5 a.m. or freaking 4:30 a.m. There's nothing special. You hear, even I used to fall for this, myth that all these successful people said.
It's stupid.
If you lose out on even 1 hour of sleep in the morning, I have noticed you go through literally the entire day looking for that 1 hour of sleep. Your tasks will be lesser efficiently done. Your gym workout won't be amazing because you don't have that energy in you because of the lack of sleep. I go to bed usually by 9:30 or 10, and I fall asleep within like the freaking first 10 minutes. And I know a lot of you guys probably struggle. Even I used to. You fall into bed and it's like 20, 30 minutes later and you're still not asleep. And there's two major reasons for that. One is, you're scrolling on Instagram and, the content is literally on your head, hence you can't sleep. Number two is you're not working hard enough throughout your day to actually need that sleep enough. A lot of us, that's the issue. We are not working hard enough. Our output isn't enough to need that sleep enough. If that makes sense, it should make sense. If it doesn't make sense, then I don't know what the heck to say to you. If you follow these two steps, keeping in mind what I said in the beginning of the video, I promise you won't need any other video from anyone about a morning routine. But knowing you, you probably, freaking scroll and click on another video that's either under this video or on the left side of this video. I don't freaking know. But look, if you want this to work, I don't need to do that. I can just zoom in. Do what I say.